So Detroit will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. And it's Fields in at the small forward position. Clock at 6. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Amir Johnson is one of the longest tenured Toronto Raptors in his 6th season with the team now. And with the departures of Bargnani and Ed Davis, he's assumed the starting role, and I think he's responded quite well to it.
Nice shot by Singler.
Always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
Lowry kicks to Fields. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Jennings kicks to Singler. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And it's good.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
On defense, the Pistons. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And what stands out from that game, Clark, is that they let a lot of points slip through their fingers at the free throw line.
Yep, and I think some doubt started to creep in as well when they kept missing their foul shots. Guys seemed to tighten up and start alligator arming those things.
Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
And they were nearly flawless offensively in that win, Kevin. Once they got rolling, they just did not stop.
My kind of performance to watch, guys. Efficient and potent. Very strong.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
And Lowry gets it to go.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
One of the problems for the Pistons last year was they seemed to collapse late in games. Found a lot of opportunities that went awry due to poor performances in the fourth quarter.
Now Lowry following the miss by Kyle Singler from deep. Here's Valanciunas and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You talk about the Pistons letting games go late. They were one of the worst teams in the fourth quarter in both defense and scoring.
Thinking again about Detroit, Clark, it would have been fatigue or just careless basketball that did him in late, but they really did just run out of steam, it seemed like, every game.
Well, it shows that you can play well for 3 quarters, even great at times for 3 quarters, 36, 38, 40 minutes, but you and I always talk about it's a 48-minute game, and you've got to run through the finish line, not to it.
Now here's Jennings. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. And it's Smith missing.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
The drive by Lowry. Trying to get open is Johnson. And Lowry gets it to go.
Beautiful cut to the hoop. He's getting anything he wants here already.
Pistons trailed by 3. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy.
And he said a big factor in this game would be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him. Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005, now in his 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Drummond. Butler comes in for Singler. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Kicks it out to Vasquez. Back to Williams. Passes it to Hansbrough. Puts it up. Rebound by Butler.
And, you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop, not only athletically, but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and has really rounded into a valuable player now.
46 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Vasquez, guarded by Augustine. Outside Williams. Patterson setting the pick for Williams. Here's Hansbrough. They get it back. Here's Vasquez. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Meeks passes to Monroe. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Boy, he had a good look at that one. You hate to miss that shot.
Johnson, a wide open look. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
This is going to be a big decision, guys. I mean, it sure looks from the tape that the shot left his hand just a moment too late.
I don't think there's much question about it. I mean, he did not get that thing off. I'm sure the officials will see that and they'll agree.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
Monroe and Drummond there inside. B.J. Augustine out there with Jody Meeks. And it's Butler in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Augustine dishes to Meeks. And Monroe kicks to Meeks. And stolen by Williams. Augustine with the steal. The baseline J. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket for Meeks.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Outside Lowry. Patterson setting the pick for Lowry. Stolen by Monroe. And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
For the Pistons, Singler comes in for Caron Butler. And it's Jennings in for Augustine. Raptors also changing it up. Johnson, he's checked in for Patterson. Landry Fields comes in for James Johnson. And it's Ross in for Williams. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star in 2014. He's learned from veterans like Kobe the value of watching film. He said, quote, I'm reading situations better, understanding what I have to do, not just for myself, but the next person on the team. I'm more confident in every decision I make on both ends. Guys, the difference is clearly evident.
Yeah, scoring more efficiently and improving as a passer, Doris. Thanks.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run. Terrence Ross, I think, has a chance to be an elite 3-and-D player at the NBA level. Has three-point shooting and defense for the uninitiated. Tremendous athleticism and a beautiful stroke make him an entertaining player to watch.
And Terrence Ross can make some highlights, Steve, around the rim.
Yeah, so athletic. You'd like to see him get to the line a bit more. I think he has a tendency to settle, but, you know, as he is, a pretty efficient scorer.
Back to Lowry. Ross with a screen on Jennings. And it's Lowry penetrating outside. Fields. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game.
He's starting to put it together now, guys. He's added 2 3-pointers after hitting 1 in the first.
It's a Detroit Pistons timeout.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Raptors surprised people in a lot of ways last season, but number one for me was just how strong they were on the road.
Caldwell Pope, who's checked in for Jody Meeks. Valanciunas on the double team. And Drummond kicks to Singler. Out to the right wing. Jennings passes to Monroe. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And, you know, that's hard to do for a team like the Raptors, who had new parts injected mid-season. To come together and win the way they did on the road, boy, that's impressive.
Outside Lowry. Johnson sets the screen for Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. No good with the triple. Pistons trailed by 4. Well, to illustrate how good the Raptors were on the road, Steve, last year they finished with a 22-19 road record.
And in perspective, that was the same record that the Heat had last year, and it was actually a game better than the Pacers. So the Raptors did very well on the road.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Jennings against Lowry. Pass to Fields. Back to Lowry. Left side Lowry. And he gets it to go from the corner. Lowry's got 6 points.
That lead should be safe if they keep shooting like this.
Well, they're on fire. I mean, they're absolutely on target and looking to pad that scoring total, too.
Drummond with a screen on Lowry. Jennings dishes to Single. 6 on the shot clock. In low to Monroe. Kicks it out to Jennings. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Now the pass to Fields. Back to Lowry from the arc. Rebound by Monroe. Pistons trailed by 3. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Here's Augustine. Toronto grabs the miss. Johnson attacking. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Raptors out in front, leading by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I have Josh Smith. And Josh, what is it going to take in this game in the second half to come out with a win?
Everybody's got to get involved. Whenever we have the opportunity to run the floor and get out and get some easy layups, be able to do that and be able to finish plays. And that's all we have to do, and I think we'll be okay.
Josh, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Just absolute domination in this one for Fields. He's got 11 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt, and it's Fields in at the 3 spot. And the shot is good. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Terrence Ross delivering on his promise as a shooter in year 2. His percentage is up in every category, especially beyond the arc.
Poked away. Johnson goes in. Rebound, Detroit. The dish to Single. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. He kicks it to Jennings. The tray. Shot is off. And Toronto will come the other way.
And Ross, boy, he's got a smooth stroke, seems to always be on balance, good feet and fundamentals. And with that 6'7" frame, he's able to shoot and make tough shots over taller defenders. I think he's a legit floor spacer.
And Singler kicks to Caldwell Pope into Drummond. Ross with the steal. Here's Fields. And that one hits back iron. Pistons trail by 7. And Terrence Ross, not just a shooter, he's a dynamite athlete. Steve, a devastating finisher in transition.
Yeah, still developing his handle, Kevin, you know, in terms of attacking the basket on his own. But if he can develop that, the sky's the limit for him.
Smith's shot is good. Toronto calls timeout.
Andre Drummond, still just 21 years of age, the first one-and-done player in UConn's storied basketball history. And the Pistons staff say he's a sponge. Whether it's breaking down video with assistants or honing his skills, he is really a hard worker.
The Pistons making a change here. Meeks is checked in. Outside, Fields. Singler with the rebound.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Jennings passes to Smith. It's back to Jennings. Here's Singler. His three-pointers off the mark. And Drummond came in as the youngest player in the league, Clark. Certainly a pretty raw skill one.
Yeah, but you could see the potential. And the biggest thing there, Kevin, was that he had a willingness to work. He came in early his rookie year to train, and last season he leaned on the new rookies to do the same thing, showing some leadership.
And that one's good. Drummond's got his second basket.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
There's the screen. Ross dishes to Valanciunas. Johnson down low, covered by Smith. And Fields kicks to Lowry. Pass to Fields. Tries again. Here's Valanciunas. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that. Jonas Valanciunas bulked up going into last season and tore up the NBA Summer League. Big things expected, but he sort of plateaued a bit in year 2, but I still think the future's bright for him.
Monroe's checked in for Detroit. Butler comes in for Kyle Singler. And then for Toronto, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Johnson. Johnson comes in for Landry Fields. And it's Williams in for Ross. Jennings kicks to Smith. It's back to Jennings. Shot clock at 4. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Josh Smith.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Jennings against Lowry. Now the feed to Valanciunas. Pulls it up. And again, no good by Toronto.
And for Valanciunas last season, a drop in field goal and free throw percentage. But while his rebounding improved, he's still learning NBA defense, struggling at times against pick and rolls in various matchups.
Jennings kicks to Buck. 5 on the clock. Here's Meeks. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, you get the ball back, one more shot.
They set the screen. Williams passes to Patterson. On the wing, Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Pistons trailed by 4. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Meeks. He's guarded by Williams. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Boy, a big bonus for them to end the quarter as he beats the buzzer.
Talk about maximizing every last possession you've got. Right there, it was done.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. Beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Contavious Caldwell Pope is out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Singler in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Back to Monroe. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by Hansbrough. Raptors leading by 6. Stolen by Monroe. Monroe right side. There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Andrew Fields checking in for Johnson.
First team foul. In for the Raptors, Andrew Fields.
It's stolen by Hansbrough. For the finish. And then jammed down. He goes right over Craig Monroe.
You know, they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch and into the final quarter.
I'll say they're looking very determined as they try to close this one out.
Pistons shooting 41% for the game. Caldwell Pope dishes to Monroe. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Ross. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Vasquez kicks to Patterson. Ross against Augustine. The offensive rebound. Back to Patterson. Feeds to Ross. Over Augustine. Ross, that's good.
Assistant, Patrick Patterson.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
It's a Detroit Pistons timeout.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
For the first time in a long time, it seems that the Raptors have a clear vision of where they are headed and are on the right track, and it helps when you know where you're going. You can definitely feel a sense of hopefulness and optimism around this team and among the fans.
And the Raptors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, "We put ourselves in the corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys."
Well, if you were to say the Raptors weren't good before last year, that's not the case at all. They just seem to be stuck where they were.
Yeah, and often in the NBA, it's a lot worse to be stuck in a place than it is to be bad. You don't have a chance to bounce forward if you're stuck. When you're bad, you do get a chance to improve through the draft. And last year, the Raptors improved, and they've got a bright future.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. The Pistons making a change here. Jennings is checked in. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Vasquez. Ross with a wide open look. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
From deep. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Jennings.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Kicks it to Ross. Back to Lowry. They set the pick. And it's Fields in the corner. Back to Lowry. Dishes it to Ross. Off target with his 3.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Deep 2 from Jennings. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
That was a terrific shot by Jennings. Not only is he quick, but he's smooth, too.
Jennings against Lowry. Johnson sets the screen for Lowry. Into Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Now Smith is checked in for the Pistons. To the middle. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Toronto calls timeout. They lead by 5. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Outside Lowry. Ross sets a screen for Lowry. Johnson the screen. The outside leaner. Rebound, Detroit.
He tried that leaner, and to me, it probably got him off balance a little bit. Probably should have gone straight up.
Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Caldwell Pope. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot, and they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
Passes to Fields. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. That's good. Here's Jennings. Cannot hit. Good D by Johnson.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
34 seconds left in the 4th, and he commits the intentional foul.
Detroit needs to do a better job guarding against Lowry.
10 points and 5 assists.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Here's Jennings. Again, Jennings missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Outside Lowry. Lets it fly from 18. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Kyle, how big a factor was the defense you guys played tonight?
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
It seemed to play out for you, Kyle. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Kyle Lowry.